Hey, welcome to the absolute worst sock puppet show you'll ever see. We'll be going over three causes of the American Revolution. First off, we have the Quartering Act passed in 1765. This act allowed soldiers to sleep and reside in any house they wished, and the owners were forced to pay for their every need. This was imposed after the French and Indian War, supposedly to protect the colonists, but most of all, to keep the soldiers in the Americas. After this war, Britain was nose deep in debt and had to find some way to pay off this debt. And in their minds, the easiest way to pay off this debt were the colonists.
I want to put troops in people's houses!
Okay, why not?
Those disgusting Spaniards might try to invade!
They might, but they haven't attacked us yet, right? You're thinking of the French.
You're kidding, right? You know we can't trust the Spanish. They're probably allies with those disgusting natives beyond the line, too.
Sir, I don't even think we're at war with the Spanish. It's the French, man.
Okay. Let's say we're at war with the natives then. Put up like a line.
Fine.
Meanwhile, British soldiers were living in the houses of any colonist they pleased, forcing them to pay for their every need, but usually their every request.
Nice house, buddy.
What are you doing in my house? Get out of my house.
No. Quartering Act lets me live in your house. King Georgino said so, and it's to keep you safe from those dirty natives.
You won't stay in my house for long, you dirty rat.
What's stopping me?
I have a family of 17 screaming children. Do you want to deal with a ring around the rosy? I don't think so.
Oh dear God!
Eventually, the Quartering Act was repealed through protests and many signed letters to the king.
What is this? The colonists have evolved writing skills?
Well, you do know they came from us.
Right. They want us to repeal the Quartering Act?
Just do it. They're probably doing whining even more if we don't repel it.
Okay.
After the Quartering Act was repealed, every single patriot was delighted, including the 17 screaming children. However, King George III had different plans for the colonists, who had forced them to repeal the act.
King, the colonists are celebrating the victory. Shall we strike when they're winning?
Put a tax on their paper!
King, what? It seems like a good idea, but we still need money to pay off our debt.
Put a tax on paper! Make them pay for tree corps! We need money from the war!
Sire, are you okay? You seem different.
Don't give me that back talk, young man!
Hey, shut up. We're trying to give you an idea.
Cut off his skin for his disobedience! I'll go put the tax on paper. We'll call it the Stamp Act. Okay, thanks, baby!
News about the new act spread like wildfire. Of course, not through newspaper. That was too expensive. Many a patriot were outraged at this news, and patriot groups likely began to assemble at this point, knowing the British would not stop at their taxing.
What's the worst thing I've ever done?
Your...
Hey! You need to pay for that card!
What?
I thought we didn't have to pay paper tax.
Haha! No, not anymore. Those cards now cost 15 pounds a gram.
What? That's way too much. You tell him, what?
We're not paying that.
The colonists began to get together to protest the act, equally violently and equally peacefully. However, in the future, this will change.
We need to figure out a way to take down the Stamp Act. It's way too hard on us. I can't even read the newspaper.
Then what are we gonna do? Protest?
Well, yeah.
Good idea. I'll go recruit people.
And recruit they did, as thousands of people joined their organization against British taxes. They protested nearly every tax.
What do you mean they're rebelling?
Dude, I don't know. They killed like 6 people?
Don't they know killing trees is wrong?
Not really. They're probably too stupid.
And how do we educate them?
Maybe tell them they're being stupid.
Ew. Okay. I think we need to tell them something I don't think they know.
Soon afterwards, the king released the Declaratory Act. something that repealed a few acts but explicitly told the colonists that the British had the right to rule and tax the colonists as they wish.
They don't have the right to rule the tax on us. We need representation so they can tell us that. I'm going to protest this act. No taxation without representation!
No.
This act was not repealed. As tensions grew between colonists and loyalists, perhaps the occasional gunfight would take place. We now show you the Townshend Act, which placed taxes on glass, lead, tea, paper, and paint.
Eat lead, you filthy loyalist! What?
Oh yeah, right. You can't afford lead. There's a new tax on it.
Are you kidding me? How many taxes do you need?
I don't know, man. You just don't want to be skinned again.
How about I just use an iron bullet instead?
Oh wait!
So, why are they rebelling again?
I don't know. Taxes? Why are we still taxing them?
I need the money to buy paint.
Now that we have guns, though, shouldn't we deploy troops for protection?
Good point.
More troops were mobilized in the colonies now as protection for the colonists. However, this had a horrible drawback for both sides. The final act we will go over will be the Boston Massacre, in which the colonists forced British militia to fire after being heavily provoked.
Take this, you dirty rat!
It was self-defense!
Then, after numerous conflicts such as these, the American Revolution began. The British began to mobilize as an attack squad to wipe out the Patriots.
We need to stop the Patriots from stealing control. Let's attack at once.
That won't work. We need to be more sneaky. How about we move in a huge line and make one person famous for luring everybody in the town?
Good point. We probably outnumber them 3-1. Let's go.
Paul Revere heard of this in the night and ran from house to house telling everybody of the oncoming invasion.
The British are coming. The British are coming.
What?
I said the British are coming, you dirty rat.
Oh, okay. Let me get my gun. Oh, okay. Let's go.
Paul Revere was killed, as well as his small militia. News of this spread extremely quickly, though, and swiftly. Almost all colonists were ready for battle. This is essentially how the whole thing went down.
God bless America!
This was not entirely true. Both armies carried their casualties, but ultimately, in the end, the colonists won, albeit closely. And thus the American Revolution was won by the American side, and the Brits were forced to leave the country.